We are back with our final segment of the Screen Team, being joined by Jamie Hickson here, and we're getting ready to review a movie called Hail Caesar. And Jamie, I remember it was early here in 2016. You and I went and saw The Revenant, and we saw a preview for Hail Caesar, and you're like, dude, I want to review that movie. It's been like 9 months since that conversation, but we're ready to review it, man. Hail Caesar. This is a movie done by... You love these guys. I don't really like them that much, but the Coen brothers, man. You love the Coen brothers. Yeah. And Hail Caesar.
What do you got against them?
I don't know. I think they're overrated.
Overrated?
They just... they're very... they just...
Too artsy for you?
Yeah, man. Come on. Give me something. But you know what? And you know what? I actually like this film, and I'll get into details about that. Cool. But what did you think about Hail Caesar?
I thought it was really good. To me... in my mind, it was kind of a return to what they do, you know, and I don't like everything that they've done. I think I've only missed one, maybe two of their films, and I haven't liked everything that they've done as much as other stuff. You know, everybody loves Raising Arizona, even if they don't know who the Coen brothers are, you know, because that's such a weird movie and it's got so many goofy quotes and things like that. But and then, you know, go down the line, you know, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
No Country for Old Men.
And, of course, Big Lebowski. You
Big
know,
Lebowski,
like, and there's people that probably only like Big Lebowski, you know, even if you showed them some of the other ones that are kind of what I think of as cool movies or whatever. So, but this one I thought was, kind of a return to form for them, or whatever you want to say.
So basically, this movie is set, I think, in the early 1950s. It says here.
I think we're cheating.
It's all right. We can do this.
It's. I thought it was actually set in the 40s.
Okay, well, that was a decade off. It's cool.
Well, because if you go back to one of their earlier films, Barton Fink, that is, I think that is set right before World War II.
Okay.
Because the one guy, and this one is after that, because they make reference to Wallace Beery, who's a filmmaker from Barton Fink.
Okay.
And so, since this is a film about films, so to speak, and actors and whatnot, they had that little throwback to one of their earlier films.
Our main actor in this is Eddie Mannix, who's played by Josh Brolin, and Eddie, he works for the studio, this movie studio, and he's like basically a fixer of problems. Correct?
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. You know, he's and I don't even really recall what his title is. You know, with the movie company, but it's kind of interesting his storyline, the way it weaves in and out of all these other people. I mean, he has to deal with all this crazy stuff, but even his personal storyline kind of weaves in and out too. You know, so.
It's funny, you know, you mentioned that because Eddie's he's kind of a tough guy, and people aren't, you know, they're at the studio, they're kind of a little, you know, scared of him, or, you know, yes, Mr. Mannix kind of thing. But at home, you know, he's like, you know, his wife's like, "Did you smoke today?" And he's like, "Oh, I might have had one." You know, he's like a little teddy bear at home.
And then
he
keeps showing up to the confession booth, you know, and you're like, man, this guy's really got some problems.
Yeah,
seemingly, but yeah.
One of the things I love about this movie is that it shows old Hollywood. I love old Hollywood, and I love the way that they made movies back then. And you know, it's a lot different than how they made movies now. But it's cool because they show different genres of how they made movies. You know, they show the epic that George Clooney was in, Hail Caesar, and you know, it looks like an old Ben-Hur type movie.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and then they show
extras.
They show Channing Tatum, which is one of my favorite scenes in this entire film. He's like doing like a Gene Kelly thing where they're sailors, and you know, they have to go out on leave or whatever, and they do like a big dance number, and that was just that was the best scene for me in the movie.
That got him some respect points from me, you know, because I was like, okay, this guy's known as like an action hunky star, and then here he's doing this silly dance thing. It's like that. Not everybody can pull that off, and do the other stuff too, you know. So, and
they show a scene with Scarlett Johansson where she's doing like a big picture of you know, like a synchronized swimming type thing, and you know, it was just silly.
That was definitely some some CG stuff there, because I don't even think they could have done some of that back in the day with 16 swimmers and all that stuff. So
I found it very entertaining. I found it very funny, and it just showed old Hollywood. And I like that kind of style. So I think that's one of the reasons why I really, really enjoyed this film. And I thought Josh Brolin did a good job. And I guess the central plot here is that George Clooney, he's a big-time actor in this film, and he gets kidnapped.
Yeah, I would equate him to, Cary Grant or, frankly, Scarlett. Forgot his name.
No, I forgot his name. My goodness. Rhett Butler, Clark Gable.
Clark Gable, yeah.
Yes, we're awesome. Screen team right here, guys.
That tier of actor. Yeah, anyway, go ahead. And he disappears.
He basically gets kidnapped by this group of communists, right?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We shouldn't have said that.
Whoops.
Bleep that out.
Spoiler alert.
That is kind of a plot point, because in the previews you're like, what is this movie about?
Yeah, why are they taking him? What's the deal?
You're like, you think it might be something kind of devious, and then you see all the other older guys there, and you're like, this is odd. So,
and you come to find out later why they are taking him and basically trying to influence him, kind of kind of deal.
Because and what's funny is I think that they think he's kind of dumb. Yeah. In the beginning, they're like, oh yeah, we'll get this guy on our side, and then they get into like a real Algonquin round table thing, which is another throwback to old Hollywood kind of. So,
any favorite scenes for you in this?
I really like the kid. Alden?
Yeah, we're gonna have a hard time with this.
Alden Einrich, I think is how you say it. The kid that plays, he's kind of like a hayseed and cowboy type, and that they show that in the movie, how he does the shooting off the horse and flips off. And
dude, I love the scene where he's taking the starlet out for a date. He's got pasta and he's
rolling it.
Got a lasso of the pasta, and he's just doing the cowboy thing.
Yeah, I think that was CG too.
That was funny, and that was funny though. That kid is a great actor. I thought he did a great job in this film.
Yeah, he was pretty good. I love the scene where they bring him in to do. He's in the tux,
right?
For the other movie, and
Ray Fiennes is he's like this artsy fartsy director, and he comes in and he's like, I want you to be more rueful, and he's like, more rueful, eh? All right, and he's just bombing it completely. But it was very, very good. And we want to point out that actor is going to be Han Solo in the new Han Solo movie coming out in 2018. Do you think that's a good choice?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. There were, they said that they tested, thousands of people, which I don't know how accurate that is, but of the ones that they had, at the top of the list, he was in my top 3 easily once they announced who they were. So,
yeah,
but I think he'll do a good job. I think he can pull off that kind of cocky, oh, hey, this might work thing.
Right.
Because to me, that's part of what makes Han Solo so interesting is he's pretty sure of himself, but only to a point, and then you can see the rest is just luck, and let's see what happens.
Right. The movie is called Hail Caesar. I definitely say it's a go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hail Caesar. Definitely check it out on DVD. Jamie, thank you for being on this segment. We appreciate you. We'll be back in a few minutes. Are we doing the punch? We got to do the punch thing. Okay. We'll be back here in a few minutes with Guy. And we're going to be doing a lot of horror films next. We'll be doing movies like Halloween, also Hellraiser, and Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So if you're into the horror films, we'll get into that next right here on KWOC.